So yeah, today we'll do insurance and taxation. Okay, followed by yesterday. Yesterday we did the financial management, right? Okay, so we start from insurance first. So I understand that this topic, okay, there is a lot of different types of insurance. Oh, okay. So let me go through them. Just to give you an overview. Okay, wait, let me erase this. Change color. Okay lah. Can lah, this color can, or black color lah. Okay, yeah. So just to give you guys an overview in terms of insurance, this is the first one we'll cover, how to calculate life insurance. Okay, under life insurance, I gave you, I prepared here two types of question, both from trial papers. Okay, so that's the first type, life insurance. Then this one also very famous, motor insurance. Means car lah. Next time if you guys buy car and all that, motor insurance, okay, you'll need to pay. This one you need to pay every year one. Actually, yeah, this one insurance you need to renew every year. Life insurance, in reality, you normally buy when you started working. When you start working within that 1 year or two, then you for sure will know some insurance agent and all that. That is when you buy, and then normally you buy one time, it covers all the way until you it depends on the coverage lah. Sometimes cover until 80 years old, 100 years old also got one. Then every month you need to pay. These two is actually very, very relevant to real life lah. Okay, so after we talked about life and motor, okay, life is the first one, motor is the second one. The next one we'll talk about this one, deductibles and co-insurance. Okay, this one is just a term. It's a term in insurance company lah. They basically try to maximize their profit. Okay, they try to maximize their profit. Okay, so they do deductibles and co-insurance. So this one is our third subtopic. Okay, under insurance. So you guys need to understand that deductibles and co-insurance, it works for property. So another word for property insurance is we call it fire insurance. Fire insurance, right? You need to protect your property from fire lah, mainly. Okay, and then you also have co-insurance with medical as well. Okay, it's the same concept but applied in medical insurance. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so this one is basically an overview of insurance lah. If you understood this, then more or less okay already lah. Okay, so without I don't want to go into this detail already. Let's just straight away start doing the question, because as we go through the question, you will know what to do. Okay, I will go through the steps. Okay, as we go through the question. So the first one, as we said, is about life insurance. Okay, so you guys take a look at the question first. Okay, take some time. Okay, read through the question first. Okay, let's do this together also lah. Okay. So yeah, I've also like copied this Malay version. Okay, so for those who are more familiar with Malay, you can refer to that lah. Okay, so but I'm gonna read it in English. So what did they say? Okay, so the thing about life insurance, right? There's this thing called the rate schedule per 1,000 face value. I feel like the word face value can be a little bit confusing. It's like, what is that? What in Malay, what do you nilai muka? You're like, what does that even mean, right? So actually, it's just a fancy term. The face value is just a fancy term that talks about the if anything happened to you, the money that they will pay you. The money that the insurance company will pay you. Okay, so for example, right, you look at this Encik Mutu, right? He is trying to buy the insurance policy worth 260,000. What does this mean? It means if anything touch wood happen to him, right? Okay, life means if you die lah, basically. If you pass away, or you got the permanent disability, like let's just say you touch wood, you have a car accident or whatever, and then you can no longer work for your entire life. That is called permanent disability. So if these two things happen, then the insurance company will pay him back this much money. So this one is face value lah. Okay, so don't get confused by all this terminology. Oh, your face value upper to this one lah, face value. Okay, means the money that the company will pay you back. Okay, if anything happened to you, hopefully you will never ever get the money because that means something bad must have happened to you. Okay, so okay, what this table means, I hope you guys would have already know by now, right? What this table mean is, let's say lah, Mr. Mutu here is a 39-year-old teacher. Okay, so 39-year-old, 39-year-old, 39 here, right? 35 to 39-year-old. So we're gonna look at this category here. Okay, it's a he, it's a he, and he doesn't smoke. So non-smoker. We're gonna look at non-smoker, and it's a he, so male. So that means this is the rate that he's gonna pay. So what does this 1.438 means? It means for every 1,000 face value that you want the company to cover for you, you have to pay this much to the company. So let me write this down nicely. So that means for every 1,000 face value, like FV, FV, okay, you have to pay 1 not you lah, Encik Mutu. He needs to pay 1.1 ringgit and 438 cents for every 1,000 value that he wants the company to cover for him. Okay, so very easy. If he wants 260,000, 260,000, all right, face value to cover, all he needs to do is just for those who are strong in ratio, actually this one is a ratio problem, you know. This one is because every 1,000 you need to pay this much. Then this much is how many? You can just do lah. This one multiply by 260 from 1,000 multiply by 260, you get this. So this one also do the same thing like ratio only ma. Okay. For those who prefer to memorize formula, I think your textbook, right? There's a formula that says, okay, this amount that you need to pay, right? I think so. And one more thing also, I realized the formula is not given in the formula sheet. Okay, so up to you guys. I personally prefer to just do it this way. This one is just understanding only, ma. No need to memorize formula. But for those who need to memorize formula, they just do this law. 1.4 whatever this one is, the rate multiply by the face value that you want to cover, divide by 1,000 like that only lo. Okay. So if you press that in calculator, I already did the question. Please you guys follow me as you as I do the question. You do it from your side as well, okay, to maximize your learning. Okay, where is the question? Okay, I got, okay, this is the answer I got. RM 373.88. Done. Okay. Okay. Calculate the annual premium. Yeah. So some student again is like, yo teacher, what does this word mean? Are your annual premium? What does it? That means the money that you need to pay lo, right? Annual premium that he needs to pay. Premium means how much you need to pay to the insurance company to cover this much for you lah. To cover like that only. So that means every year Encik Mutu needs to pay this much amount lah to the insurance company, so that if anything touch should happen to him, he will be able to get back 260,000 from the insurance company. Okay, very easy only, just like that only. Okay, next. Okay, this one is something special here. Actually, before I get into this, let's just do one more question. Okay, let's just do one more question. For okay, sorry. Let's not do this question first. Let's not do this question first. Because this one got something new. Okay, got something new. But yeah, I hope you understand this. Very easy. From the table, you look what is the value for every 1,000. Then you look at the insurance policy, how much the person needs to cover, and then just do ratio only. Okay. Then this part B, you see, they say what? Encik Mutu would like to pay the premium in a smaller amount. So if you look at this table, what does this mean? So remember the value that we calculate just now, the 300 something. This one, remember, it was an annual payment. So the meaning of annual means yearly lah, tahunan. See, annual. That means this Encik Mutu, he has to pay every year, pay one time. Just one time, 300 something. But let's say lah, Encik Mutu feel like, ayu, one time I need to pay 300 something is maybe to him is a bit burdensome, too much already. He doesn't want to pay one shot. He doesn't want to pay one shot 300 something. So got option one. If you don't want to pay one time once, okay, you can pay semi-annually, setengah tahunan. That means instead of paying one shot, one time within a year, you can split the 370 something into 2 times. That means you pay every 6 months, right? The first time you pay about half of that, about half of 300 something like. And then when you go, when you reach June, you pay another half, the second half. Okay. Then some student will be like, okay, teacher, that's very easy. What if I want to pay semi-annually? All I need to do is just take the annual payment, annual premium. This is what he's supposed to pay within a year, right? Then the student say, teacher, just divide by 2 lah. Then whatever this is what he pays lah, semi-annually. Unfortunately, in real life, this is not how insurance company works. Insurance company be like, we can let you pay semi-annually. We can even let you pay monthly. Quarterly means you pay every 3 months. We can let you do that. But it is not as simple as just, take the annual premium, divide 2 or divide 12 for monthly. No. Why? Because the insurance, if you if you think from the perspective of insurance company, the insurance company is also a business. They also want to earn money, right? So as a business owner, right, they don't like, it's like if you are the business owner, you don't like your customer to pay you bit by bit, right? Let's just say you sell something to the customer, you want the customer to pay you full price, one shot, right? You don't like the customer tell you, hey, I buy this machine from you, but I don't want to pay one shot. I pay bit by bit, can or not? As a business owner, you'll be like, what if you pay, maybe you pay half a year and then the second half of the year you you suddenly disappear, then how am I going to find you? So that means as a business owner, they have to take a bigger risk, If the person wants to pay in installment a bit by bit like that, actually business owner don't like one. Yeah, because it's like, what if you chow already? Then how am I going to find you and settle the remaining bill? So because of that, insurance company will charge you extra. If you don't pay one shot, so this is the preferred payment method lah for insurance. You pay one shot, one time for that entire year. Then you actually pay the cheapest. If you want to try to split this, too much amount already. I want to split this, pay half. Then got some premium. I need to charge more already. The company will charge more. So what this means is, it means instead of paying just 50%, right? Because semi-annually means instead of paying 100% one shot, you pay 50%, right? But the company said, no, instead of paying just 50%, you have to pay me 53.5% each time. That means 53% plus 53%, okay? How much is that? It's 107% already. That means instead of paying 100%, 373.88, right? If you pay semi-annually, you're gonna pay an extra 7% to the insurance company. Okay, like that. So this one is just to give you guys an understanding, okay? But if you just want to calculate the, what does the question say? Calculate the total amount that Encik Mutu needs to pay in a year, okay, for semi-annual premium, okay? So that means let's calculate one semi-annual premium first lah. That means one time he paid semi-annually, how much he needs to pay? He needs to pay 53.5% of the annual premium. Supposedly only need to pay 50%, but no. Insurance company say 53.5%. Of course, percent means over 100 lah. Multiply by 373.88. Like that. Okay. So if you calculate this using calculator, okay. Please cross-check for me also, because I might make some mistake. Okay, I might. I'm also human being lah. Okay. So this one I get 200. Okay, I get 200. So, but the question is asking for the pay total in a year, right? So since this is a semi-annual premium, that means in 1 year, you need to pay 2 times. Right? You need to pay 2 times of this semi-annual premium. So that means your total in a year will equal to this one times 2 times, which means 400. Okay, so guys, what does this mean? If you pay one shot, okay, and annually, pay one time in 1 year, you only need to pay 370 something. But if you decided to split your payment into 2 times in a year, you have to pay some extra, because so your final payment within that year suddenly become 400 already. So the extra here, you can see the extra here. The extra here is, yeah, because of that. You need to pay some extra to the insurance company, because as a business owner, they are taking a bigger risk. Okay. So I hope you understand. If I'm talking too fast, if you feel like, hey, I don't understand, just please don't think that if you ask a question, you're gonna slow down the class. Never ever think that, because most probably if you have the question, somebody else in the group must have had the same question. This one, I as a teacher, I tell you, it's like that. Okay, so any question, if you don't understand, if I'm going too fast, please in the chat box. Okay, tell me to slow down, tell me to repeat. I'll be more than happy to do so. Okay. Okay, so okay, thanks Fatiha. Okay, next. Okay, so the same thing, but now Encik Mutu wanted to pay quarterly. Quarterly. That means instead of paying 2 times a year, 1 time a year, he wants to pay every 3 months. Okay, let me just write this down. This one means pay every 3 months. That means in 1 year, he has to pay 4 times lah, because 1 year, 12 months 12 months, right? 12 months. So 12 divided by 3, 4. Okay, 4 times. So, okay, let's calculate one by one. So for 1 quarter premium, let's see how much you need to pay premium. Okay. The table says, you see, normally if you do quarter, 100% divided by 4 is just 25%. Okay, supposedly you only need to pay 25% every single time. But no, they charge extra some more. From 25 become 28.3%. This one next time lah. You guys when you guys buy insurance, some agent will tell you, some agent won't. But now that you learn about this, you know lah. Okay. Like that. So do the same thing, right, as the semi-annual, except you just change the percentage, okay, to 28.3. So typing calculator, cross-check for me, I get 105.81. Okay, I hope you guys get the same answer. Let me know if you got a different one. Okay, so that means every time you pay, you need to pay this much, okay? But then in a year, in 1 year, you need to pay 4 times, right? You need to pay 4 times. So the total, you have to take this one, multiply by 4, right? Because you need to pay for 4 times. So I get a, even bigger amount, 423.23. Okay. Hey guys, when you do this, then you realize the more times you try to split the payment, right, the more eventually you're gonna pay. Because the company is trying to force you to pay them one shot lah. In other words, they don't like this. They don't like customer paying them bit by bit. Okay, so I think for some of you you may already guess already monthly premium it's even gonna be worse, right? Right, it's even gonna be worse. Okay, so let me calculate 1 month, not one month. Okay, premium. Oh my god, premium. Okay, let's calculate. How many percent? Supposed to pay 10.81%. Okay, 10.81%. 10.81%. That means over 100 multiplied by the original annual premium, which is 373.88. This one I get 40.42. Okay, that means every time NJ Mutu pay, he only needs to pay about 40 ringgit each lah. Okay, but he has to pay it every month for the entire year. That means in the entire year, the total amount that you actually paid is this amount. You have to multiply by 12 times. So every month you have to pay. So this amount you see became 485 really, guys. So yeah, I know, right? Compare 485 with 370 something. This one is about 110 ringgit difference already. Is you are having the same coverage, you are buying the same insurance, but just because you are trying to pay the insurance company bit by bit, you end up have to pay them 100 ringgit more. Not really worth it, right? Okay, but I'm telling you guys, like in reality, there are still people who still opt for monthly premium one. There are people know that if they go for monthly premium, they have to pay some amount of money extra. They know, but they will still want to choose to pay monthly. Why? Because at least every time you pay, you cannot see. At least every time you pay, you only need to pay 40 ringgit plus. Unlike if you want to pay annually, right? This one you really need to make sure you really have that cash flow. One shot, you must pay 370 something one shot. But some people, they don't have that kind of cash flow. You see, that's why yesterday we talked about the cash flow thing. If you guys are one of those very disciplined one, you make sure every month you save. Then when it comes to time to pay the insurance, yes, you will be able to fork out that cash flow one shot because you save already along the month. But some people who don't really save, too bad. Then they will have to opt for monthly payment because they don't have that much cash flow. They don't have the discipline to save. Okay, I hope this shows you again. Better save. Save. Okay. So that's it. Okay, so this one is one very good question. I love this question. This question is from Sekolah Berasrama Penuh trial paper. Okay, I love this question. I think this question is a very good question to illustrate life insurance payment. Okay, let me do another one because this is slightly different, but it's not hard. Okay, so come. Let's read the question. So life insurance, they will always give you the schedule. So not to worry. You will never ever need to memorize anything, the schedule. But the schedule is always per 1,000 ringgit face value. That means every coverage, every 1,000 ringgit coverage, you need to pay this much. Okay? So calculate the annual premium payable by each of the following policy holder. Policy holder means the buyer, insurance, the policy buyer, the person who buys the policy. Okay, so this person here, Mr. Zakwan. Okay, can. 33 years old. Okay, boleh. 33 years old mana? 33 there. Okay, 33 years old. What else? Okay, healthy, non-smoker. Why they want to purposely put the word healthy here? Because guys, that's why please take care of your health. When you buy insurance, the insurance company will actually, they don't simply just sell you insurance to anybody one. They don't. They will check your health condition one. I give you a very realistic example. Just few months ago, I was helping my father to renew his insurance, and my father, you can imagine lah, you know, already 60 plus, right? But he when he was around, I think 40 50 years old ish, right, that time, he had an issue with his knee, right? Kneecap, knee. Okay, he has an issue with the knee, so he went to a specialist to get his knee checked up and everything lah. Okay, so therefore there's already a medical record. There's already a medical record. Okay, with the hospital. Now that he's 60 plus, he is trying to, you know, get a renewed insurance policy, right? You know, the insurance company actually went and checked. Before they sell you, they will check you in. So of course they got the record. So eventually, yes, he did manage to renew the insurance policy, but the insurance company says, we will cover everything except your knee. So what it means is, moving forward, so anything touch wood happen to my father, we will be able to claim for the company, except if anything happened to his knee again, the company say no, they will not pay you the medical fee. Like that one. So guys, that's why they said when you want to buy insurance policies, right, you want to buy when you are young, because when you're young, you're healthy, and then insurance company feel more confident with you. They feel more confident with you, so they are more willing to sell you a policy at a lower price. The older you buy insurance policy, the higher it's gonna get, the more expensive it's gonna get. Okay. Anyways, a little bit of sidetrack here lah. Okay, so 33 years old, non-smoker, so very good, non-smoker, and it's a he, Mr. Okay, it's a he. Okay, male, non-smoker. So that means we are looking at this amount lah. We are looking at every 1,000 ringgit coverage. Okay, let me write this down. 1,000 coverage lah, or face value lah. Okay, he needs to pay $3.12. Okay, this one is the premium. Why I always spell wrong? Premium. Okay, premium. That means it's the amount of money lah. Okay, that this Mr. Zakwan has to pay. Okay, payment. Okay, so what does the question says? Okay, so he wants to buy an insurance policy worth this much. Okay, so that means the coverage that Mr. Zakwan wants is 400,000. This is how much he wants. So every 1,000 he needs to pay this much. Okay, so 400,000, that means multiply by 400 lah, because 1,000 times 400, you get this much. So 3.12 multiplied by 400. Let's see. You guys, please, from your side, I hope, do your calculation from your side, then we can compare. Where is the question? Okay, here. I get, whoa, what? Not cheap already, 1,248. This one. That means Mr. Zawan needs to pay this annually. That means every year he needs to pay this much amount. Of course, if he try to split the payment again, it's gonna be higher than that. Higher than this. Okay, hopefully he doesn't lah. Okay, hopefully he is a good. He managed his finances good. Okay, got enough cash flow to pay one shot 1,200 something one time every year. Okay, but this question a bit special is, you see here, this question says got add-on critical illness policy. Because this amount here, 1,248, right, it just cover for life. Life means you only cover for death or permanent disability. Permanent disability, like what I mentioned just now, anything happen to you, you permanently cannot work already. Life insurance only will cover that two condition. So this one critical illness is something else already. This one is touch wood, like let's just say you kena cancer, let's just say you kena whatever lah, some diabetes until stage 3 diabetes or something like this lah. Okay, that one is not covered under life insurance. If you want to cover that, then you have to add on. Add on means pay more. Okay, so for this question, got add on. So the question says, okay, the company, yes, they do offer critical illness policy, but with the coverage of 35% of basic face value. What does that mean? Okay, let me write this down. Okay, so this, I call this CI lah, critical illness, critical illness policy. Okay, it only covers 35% of the basic face value. Means just now, remember, Mr. Zawan wants to cover 400,000, right, for the life insurance, right? But for critical illness, right, you no need to cover this much lah. The company only offer 35% of this only. That means the coverage of this critical illness is only 35% of the original face value, which is 400,000. Actually, what this means is that, okay, let's calculate this out. How much is this? Okay, I got this here, 140,000. That means, right, let's say touch wood, hopefully this doesn't happen to Mr. Zakwan here, but touch wood, and he kena some critical illness like cancer or whatever, right? The maximum amount that the company will pay him, he will pay him this much, 140,000. It will not pay him 400,000. 400,000 only get paid if he died or choi, okay, he passed away, or the permanent disability, like that. So two different lah. Okay, so then what? Okay, then the premium rate. Okay, so the CI policy, critical illness policy, it also follows a different rate. Which is 1 point. Okay, so let me write down. For every 1,000 coverage for critical illness, Mr. Zawa has to pay an extra 1 ringgit and 58 cents. Okay, so looks like we are covering 140,000, right, for critical illness. So calculate how much Mr. Zawa need to pay extra. So all you need to do is just multiply 140, then the other side also multiply 140. I get okay, I get 221.20 cents. Okay, so what does this mean? It means, right, on top of the life insurance payment, life insurance premium that Mr. Zawan need to pay, if he wants to add on the CI policy, critical illness policy, he needs to pay an extra 200 something. Okay, so I think the question, what did the question want really? Calculate the annual premiums lah. Okay, calculate the annual premium. That means they want the total lah. Okay, so let's do this here. So therefore, the total annual premium, okay, is this much. This one, 1,248. This one is for life only, okay? But he wants to add on critical illness, right? Which means 220. This one is critical illness. Okay? Then add on these two. Wow, not cheap. 1,469.20. I get this value. Wow. Okay, this one is another type of question. The first question that we did just now, we didn't do for critical illness, right? The question didn't ask for add-on policy, but this question is about add-on policy. Okay, but the concept is basically the same. It's always find out every 1,000 coverage, you need to pay how much, and then just read the question only, see how much they want to cover, and then just multiply accordingly. Okay? Okay, so if there's no question, I'll move on. Again, please, got question, just straight away ask. Actually, no need to wait until end of the class. Yeah, you got question, just straight away type, straight away ask ready. Okay, no need to be shy here. Okay, so anyway, oh yeah, by the way, I did kind of ask around, right? I don't think I'll be able to share the slides with you guys. So what you guys can do is I will pause, let's just say now I pause already, right? You take picture. Yeah, okay. You take picture. So if you miss already, then you let me know. I scroll back and then you take picture. Okay. Okay, so move on already, motor insurance now, Okay, so motor insurance got 3 types. Okay, here. Motor, another word for motor is the vehicle, car insurance lah. Car, motorcycle, all that lah. Car insurance lah. Okay, so got 3 types lah, depending on how much you want to cover. The first type, they call it comprehensive. Comprehensive means I don't know what is the full list lah, but comprehensive insurance in motor insurance, right, means it covers the most of the accident lah, your what do you call that, the window broken lah, then whatever lah, most of the coverage is already under comprehensive. Okay, so out of the 3 comprehensive, of course, the payment must be higher because it covers the most thing. Second is third party fire and theft 5.50 plus the 1534. Okay, supposedly she needs to pay this much. But remember, she got discount because she owns her car for 5 years already, and most probably she didn't get into any accident or whatever. That's why the NCD is quite high. The discount is quite high. So that means discount, this one, let me just write this down. This one is discount. Okay, so that means instead of having to pay the whole thing, she just need to pay 70% because discount 30%. Good. Yay, that means she only needs to pay 70% because got 30% discount from the NCD. Okay, so you press the whole thing to calculator. She only needs to pay 1,287.65. Okay, done. Okay lah. I mean, if you're asking me, like currently I own, I bought my car in 2016. So this year is already my 6th year. So my NCD, I think mine is also 30% ready. So eventually, I remember I just need to pay for about 800 something, 800-ish. Yeah. First of all, the reason I didn't have to pay that much is because my engine capacity was quite low. I just own an Asia. So for those who want to buy big cars, you want to buy big cars, the bigger the car. When you say big cars, means the engine capacity must be higher lah. So but the higher the engine capacity, the higher the road, higher the insurance you need to pay. And then this one, you must buy one. Okay, let me share a little bit also. For motor insurance, right, this one you have to buy one. The government force you to buy. Everybody every year must buy. But for life insurance, this one is up to you. Nobody force you to buy. Like that. Okay, motor have to buy. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so so the second one, this one obviously is not going to be as expensive. This one because only cover third party, fire and theft. This one unfortunately also need to memorize, but very easy only. This one, it is just 75%. Okay, it's just 75% of whatever you need to pay for comprehensive. Very easy only. Okay, so whatever you calculated just now, the 1285, okay, so this one, 1287.65, you don't need to pay all, you just need to pay 75% of that. Okay, because you only cover these 3 things. I get, if you press in calculator, 965.70. Okay, much cheaper lah. Much cheaper lah, actually. Wow, about $300 cheaper. Of course lah, because you cover less stuff. Okay, so red color means you guys have to memorize lah. Okay, third party even easier. This one very easy. All you need to do is go to the table. This third party 135. That's it. Okay, if you don't have NCD, this is how much you need to pay. No calculation needed. Just 135. But got discount must calculate lah. How much is the discount lah? So from 135, you instead of paying all got discount 30%. So you also just need to pay 70% only. Okay, so this one calculation, you only need to pay 94 ringgit and 50 cents. Okay, very cheap lah, super cheap lah this one, because only cover the party. Basically, if somebody else drive your car and get the accident, that's the only time you can claim. But normally, if you buy a car, you are the main driver, right? Not somebody else. So honestly, not much people will buy for third party one. Yeah, not very useful, honestly speaking. Okay, now can take picture. Give you 3 seconds. I drink water and then I'll move on. This one, for this topic, I think no choice but to keep doing the practice lah. If you don't like to memorize, right, you do practice. Or like me, I don't like to memorize also. so I practice. I practice a few more than I remember. Okay. All right. The last part for insurance is called the deductibles and co-insurance. All right. So fire. Oh, I write until like I also cannot read my own writing. Oh my god. This fire insurance. Another word for property insurance is called fire insurance. Protect the property from burning down. Okay, so very quickly, what is the difference between deductibles and co-insurance, right? So deductibles means let's say you suffer a loss. I think for this question, a small fire occur and then the loss is 45,000. Okay, let's say when you suffer a loss, right? Deductibles means you have to pay that specific amount yourself first before the insurance company starts to pay money for you. A bit cheap. Okay, but when you buy insurance, right, you have to negotiate lah. You have to ask properly lah with your insurance agent lah, right? Ask them to explain to you very, very clearly. So for example, you see for this one, you see the deductible value is 5,500. That means doesn't matter what loss you incur, right? This amount you have to pay yourself first. This is what it means by deductible. You have to pay yourself. The company, the insurance company will not pay for you. Okay. So this is the meaning of the cost borne. Borne means have to pay lah. The cost that has to pay by the policy holder, which is you lah, before they can make a claim. Okay. Now, after paid already, okay. Co-insurance means what? Co-insurance means, let's just say for this case, 80%. That means, right, the 80% of the loss after deducted from the deductibles, right, it will be covered by the insurance company. Again, then the student, teacher, 80%, then the remaining 20%, you lah. So they also don't cover everything. Okay, so got two types, there's deductible and co-insurance lah. You must ask properly when you buy insurance policies. Okay, so for this question, let's do this together. How does this work? Okay, so they bought a house. They plan to buy fire insurance. Sure, fire insurance is property insurance. Okay, the insurable value of their house is this much, 458,000. That means, right, the value lah. Think of this as the value of the house is this much lah. Okay, so supposedly the insurance company should cover all for you. But they say, no, I'm just going to do co-insurance. 80% I'm going to cover only. Okay, so if you read this, only 80% they want to cover. So you see part A, calculate the amount of insurance that they should buy for their house. So when they have to buy for their house, company already say, I only want to cover 80% for you only. I won't cover this much. So obviously when you buy the insurance, you only buy for 80% of the value of your house lah, because you buy more also, no use. The company said I don't want to cover. Okay, so this is the amount of insurance that they should buy lah, maximum until here. Of course, some people they choose to buy even they buy less. Some people they say, I think touch wood lah, I think my house won't get burned down so easily lah. Touch wood. So I don't think I need to buy for this much lah. Instead of buying 80%, maybe some people choose to maybe buy only 50% of the house value, for 60% of the house value. Can, not say cannot. But maximum, you buy until 80 only, because you buy more, the company also won't pay you. Okay, so if you calculate, how much do I get? Okay, I calculated here already. I got, need to apply 8%. So the income tax that's applied to the remaining 2,000 something, right, is just this amount. No more. Oh, interesting. What? They didn't do anything also? Oh, okay. Good. Thanks, Jason, for the what? Okay. Yeah, 8%. Oh, okay, 8%. I just straight away change to 8/100. 8/100. Yeah. So this one, you guys press calculator. I think you're gonna get 200 something. 212 ringgit and 80 cents lah. Okay. So looks like, right, for the first 35,000, Mr. Fahan need to pay this much. Then for the remaining 2,000 something, he needs to pay 8% of that, which is this much. All right. So the total income tax that he needs to pay, all you need to do is just add them up lah. That will give you the total. Okay. So the total income tax that he needs to pay is, add this up, RM 812.80 total. This one is the total income tax that he needs to pay. So you guys can imagine, you see, the lower the chargeable income, right? Then the percent, the 8%, okay, then it's gonna get applied to a lower amount. That's why I say if the chargeable income is lower, the income tax you need to pay also lower. That's why everybody want to minus a lot of tax relief. Okay, done. Now this is where, okay, so before we go to part 3, there's a part 2 here. Okay, is Mr. Fahan eligible to receive a rebate? Is he receive? So this one you need to recall, there are only 2 conditions that you could receive a rebate. One, zakat. But the question didn't say Mr. Fahan gave any zakat, right? No. So no. Okay, so no rebate from zakat. Okay, another condition is you must check, is the income less than 35,000? Sorry, not income, chargeable income. Must be very, this one. Chargeable income. Okay, is it less than 35,000? Let's check. Chargeable income, a bit more. Is that 37,000? Okay, so no, right? No, is not less than that. Okay, so too bad, no rebate lah. So Mr. Fahan is not eligible for a rebate. If it's less than, if the chargeable income is less than 35,000, then actually Mr. Fahan can have a rebate of $400, you know. Okay, I know this one revision. As a revision, I just tell you, let's say if it's really less than 35,000, the tax rebate is like this. You just take your income tax from here, right? This is how much you are supposed to pay to the government, income tax. You can just straight away minus 400 from here if your chargeable income is less than 35,000. Like that. Okay, but no lah, not for Mr. Fahan lah. Okay, so the answer here is no. Okay, so looks like Mr. Fahan, for this year, he is supposed to pay 812 ringgit 80 cents. Okay? All right, then the question is, based on the monthly tax deduction, the PCB lah. Okay, is Mr. Does, what grammar is this lah? Does Mr. Fahan need to pay extra? Need to add on pay the tax payment or not? Okay, so this is where you compare lah. This is what, okay, let me write here. This is what you are supposed to pay. This is your actual payment that you are supposed to pay. But just now we calculated already, ma. Mr. Fahan, he paid ahead. Every month he pay a bit. He paid this much for 12 months. So he at the PCB that he paid, right? He looks like he paid extra, right? He paid extra. He's not supposed to pay this much. He's not just supposed to pay 800 something only. So the answer is No, he does not need to add on. Not only he doesn't need to add on, he will get the refund from the government. The government will actually refund Mr. Farhan because he paid extra. Okay, refund how much? Of course, refund this much minus the actual amount that he's supposed to pay. So good lah, they won't cheat your money lor. Okay, so Mr. Farhan, instead of having to pay income tax, he will get a refund of 920. Yes, actually, not that he didn't pay income tax. He paid income tax. It's just that he paid extra. That's why he can get back the money that he paid extra. Good also lah. Good also. Okay. Okay. If there's no question, okay, we'll move on. I think this one. Okay, this one way too long already lah. I think let me just cover these two, and then yeah, just nice 15 minutes left. This one okay, this one is just my extra question in case we have time left. Like yesterday, yesterday we have 50 minutes left, right? So I prepared one question extra, but don't worry about this. All of this, okay, it's just the same calculation as this previous question, income tax. Okay, the only difference is for this question, right? They are asking you to compare if you married already. This one is about, you see, NJ Ismail and the wife. See, nowadays, right, married couples, each of them, most of them, they have their own job, right? The husband got his own job, the wife got his own job, right? So now you have two choices you have a choice to make. Either you want to file your income tax as a couple, husband and wife together, or you want to file the income tax separately. That means husband file his income tax himself, the wife file her income tax herself, like that. Okay, so the answer to this is always file separately. Why? Because remember all the tax relief that we are talking, like individual, the 9,000, right? This one, lifestyle, you can minus some more. All these tax relief, all these tax relief, it can only be applied once. That means if you combine the husband and wife income, and then you are trying to file this income tax as a joint account together, right? You can only minus the tax release one time. They don't look like, oh, here got Swami Istri, got 2 persons. So the individual, this one can minus 9,000 and minus 9,000 again. No, it minus 9,000 one time only. You understand what I'm saying? So of course you need to better you file it separately so that each of your income you get to minus 9,000 and 9,000 separately. You get what I mean? If not you file it together, you add this income, you put here, then you only minus 9,000 one time only. Then later your chargeable income straight away become very high. You see, so scary. Okay, so this is the story that I wanted to point out. This one is under Negeri Sembilan trial paper. You guys can go and try yourself lah. The answers, everything I show you guys already, right? All online for free. Okay. All right. So let's settle this. Okay, this one is road tax. Okay, just now we did income tax already. Now road tax. Road tax even easier lah. Okay, even easier. All right. Let's read the question. After almost 4 years since she owned a car, she needs to renew road tax every year lah. Every year you need to renew. Okay, NG capacity this much. So look at the table here. This amount is looks like it's here. It's in between 1,600 to 1,800. Yep. Okay, that means we are gonna look at this column, this row here. Okay, this row here. Okay, so part 1, who collect road tax? You know, you get the mark. You don't know, you don't get the mark. Okay, road tax, JPJ lah. Jabatan Pengangkutan Jalan lah. Okay, JPJ. Done. What is the basic road tax? Okay, this one also, you just look at the row, right? The basic rate is 200. That means she needs to pay at least 200 ringgit already lah. That's it. Hence, calculate the amount of road tax that she needs to pay. Okay, so you read lah. Then you read lah. Okay. So, what does this base rate mean? Base rate means this 200 is paid for 1,600 cc. Honey's car is 1,799 cc, right? Okay. So for the first, I look at here lah. Okay, 1,600 cc. The base rate is 200. This one she needs to pay already. Okay. Then the remaining one, remaining is how much? If you minus 199 cc lah. This is the remaining lah. Okay. The remaining cc, what they said, you need to add 40 cents for each cc that is exceeding 1,600. Yeah, lo? So there are 199 cc more than 1,600. So for each of these, you need to pay 40 cents. So very easy. 40 cents multiplied by how many cc remaining lah. For this case is 199 lah. Okay. So if you press in calculator, let's see. I get okay. I get the wait I just realized something. Oh, okay, never mind. I copy this question here. But when I look at my paper, right, it's a different question. I'm like, how come the value different? Okay, never mind. That means it's all right. I need to just calculate here. Okay lah, pressing calculator lah, this one. Okay. So 40 cents times 199. This one is 79 ringgit and 60 cents. Okay. Okay. So that means in total, okay, she needs to just pay this much plus this much, which is 279 ringgit and 60 cents per year. So actually, honestly lah, the road tax is not too bad lah. It's not too bad lah. Okay, still manageable. Income tax is the one that is like, and then the more you earn, the more income tax you need to pay. Okay, road tax is still okay. All right, one last one. Yeah, this is the last question already. Yep, last question, and then we'll call it a day. This one I told you guys, right? Property, this one cukai tanah, cukai pintu, and then cukai tanah. These two you only need to pay if you own a house. Okay, so let's see. Mr. Wong own a condo. Okay, so here the rental of the condo is estimated at 2,000 ringgit every month, and he is sorry, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Basically, he needs to pay lah. Yeah, they wouldn't like to use these fancy words. So yeah, he needs to pay the property tax for this much. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So calculate the property assessment tax rate. Okay, this one easy. The rental rate just now they said is 2,000 okay, 2,000 ringgit. For 2,000 ringgit, right, you need to pay sorry. Okay, for 2,000 ringgit, your assessment tax you only need to pay 750. Okay, so when they ask for the assessment tax rate, right, that means they are just asking you lah, how many percent of 750 is out of 2,000. Yeah, okay. So because the property assessment tax rate, it depends on the rental one. So if you stay in a place where the rental rate, like when you rent to other people, you can fetch to a higher rental, right? Then the tax that you need to pay is gonna increase. Like that. This one, the cukai pintu, it depends on the rental. Okay, so actually better I write it like this lah. Okay, the tax rate, all you need to do is just take 750, the tax rate that the tax that you need to pay out of 2,000, and then you change this to percent. This is the rate. The word rate always means percent. Okay. So I get 37.5%. Okay, done. That means if you're staying in, let's just say in KL lah, they will normally apply this percent. Normally is a constant value lo. So of course, if you stay in a more luxury place, right, then your rental, let's just say you can fetch to 3,000 per month. Then you need to pay 37.5% of that 3,000 really as the tax, like that. Okay. So next, this one is quick run. Okay, what do they say? I own a piece of land measuring this much. Okay, so this one is the area. Okay, this one is the area of the house. Okay, that you own. Okay, so the quick rent is 35 ringgit for every 100 meter, 100 square meter. That means, so this one, then you guys can see already. A quick rent. This one depends on how big your house is. The property assessment tax, right? This one depends on what is your rental. Doesn't matter your house is big or small. If your rental is high, then you need to pay more. If your house is very, very big, but your rental rate is very low, like nobody want to stay there, then your property tax, this one, property assessment tax is going to be low. But if your house is a big house, like that, then your quick rent, cukai tanah, is going to be more. Okay? So let's calculate what is the area? What is the area of the land Zulaika owns lah? So all you need to do is just 7.4 multiplied by 32.8. Okay, these two multiply, you get 242.72 meters square. Okay, that means you own this much of the land. Okay, then the question already said, for every 100 meters square, you need to pay 35 ringgit. Now you own 242 meters square, you need to pay how much? Calculate the quick rent. So ratio lah, just do ratio only lah. Okay. There's a few ways to do ratio. You can do cross multiplication also, but this one you just need to do. Okay, so okay lah. I was just trying to rush lah. But from 100, you ask yourself, how does it become this value? You can divide 100 first. 100 divided 100, you get 1, right? Then 1 times 242.72. Then you will get this value, right? Then you do the same thing on the other side lah. Divide 100 times 242.72. Okay, this is how ratio works. Okay, so 35 divided by 100 multiplied by that means Zulaika have to pay 84.95 ringgit. That's it. So I tell you, right, property assessment and quick rent, these two, very easy only. Just literally just ratio only. This one, if they ask for rate, then you just change to percent. Okay? Okay. Just nice. 958. Okay, is there any question? Okay, let me just put it like this. Tomorrow, we'll be covering logical reasoning and graph network. Okay? Oh yeah, so guys, please, if you have any topics that you wish me to cover, okay, please in the room chat, you let me know now. Please let me know now, okay? Because we have 3 lessons left. I'll try my best to cover the topics that you feel like you wanted to cover. So actually, very quickly, what are the topics? Okay, so tomorrow that 2, right? The topics that I plan to cover is the next one is sets and probability. These 2, okay, are already in my plan, sets and probability. Then the next 2 is transformation. Transformation, the rotation, enlargement, all that transformation, okay? And then I also would cover a bit of statistics. Okay, but statistics, I don't know if I can cover every single thing lah. But you guys let me know. Okay, the statistic that I said I will cover, right, is more on the histogram and GIF. Yes. How many marks you need to score? Oh, okay. How many marks you need to score on paper 2? I honestly don't see it that way lah. Honestly, Fateh, I don't see it because your paper 2 is 100 marks, then your paper 1 is 40 marks, right? So I would say you focus on your paper 2. So all the topics that came out in paper 2, you focus. Why? Because if you learn all the topics in paper 2, they will have some repeated. The topics will be repeated in paper 1. You know what I mean? Then you can up the score high. Okay. For me, again, the minimum score, you go and calculate lah, 100. Paper 1, Jing Hao, hold on, I will come back to your question. Okay, paper 1, the max is 40 marks. Paper 2, max is 100 marks. So total marks is 140 marks. If you want B, that means at least 70%, right? Aim for 70%, right? So 70% of 140 marks is you need to get 98 marks 98 marks out of so you aim 100 easier. You aim 100 marks in total out of 140 marks in both paper. But that's why I say you very hard to say paper 2 need to score how much. I will say definitely focus on paper 2. Oh, Fatiha, you give me a minute. After I talk to Jing Hao, okay, and because I want to show you how you can get the trial paper for free online. Okay, you give me a minute. Yesterday I forgot to show you. Yes. Okay, Jing Hao. Joint assessment mostly has lower chargeable income. So this is for which type of joint assessment? Wait, let me go back to this. Joint assessment is this one, right? This one actually has a higher chargeable income. Always one. Jing Hao. Why? Because when you do joint assessment, you will add the total income together. So that means let's just say husband 55K, wife 60K. You add together, you get 115K, right? This is your joint income already. But when you minus off the tax relief, you only minus off one time, you only minus off 9,000 one time, 2,050 one time, 7,000 one time only. So actually, it will end up to have a higher chargeable income. If you separate, if you file your tax separately, okay, you see the husband income, the husband can minus 9,000 itself. Okay. Then wife can minus 9,000 again. So actually, it's better. Who will choose this? Nobody. If you ask me, that's the answer. Very frank answer I can give you. Nobody. Me, myself, all my my friends, all that. I will say, at least the people around me, I know nobody want to do joint account. Everybody want to do separate. Okay. If you really do join them, most probably maybe one of the either the husband or wife, maybe the income not that much. So even you join the account, you join the assessment also, it doesn't really affect that much. That's the only reason I can think of. So it's like maybe let's just say either the husband or the wife, the income is like very little only. So they lazy It's like they lazy to do it. Do a separate one. So they might as well just join them together. Okay, Jing Hao, did I answer your question? Okay. Okay. All right. So 10:04 already, guys. So if you don't have any question, you may leave the group. Okay, you can leave the group already. Okay. Good night.